It's going to be a really shit quality video, but I'm just going to get started because I need to make an update. So I was prescribed hormones on July 10th, and I had my first shot in the doctor's office. It was 0.25 cc, and after that I did my own shots at home, and I would do that every other week. Within the next 2 months, I went up in dosage from 0.25 to 1 cc. And recently I asked my doctor if I could, instead of taking shots every other week, take them once a week, but lower my dosage to 0.5 every week. And for the shots themselves, I use an 18 gauge needle to draw up the testosterone, and then a 22 gauge to inject. Okay, so for changes on testosterone, I've gotten a bit of facial hair. You can't see it. It's growing in blonde, and it's going to be really scraggly looking, but it's facial hair, and people in my life, in real life, can notice it. They said, like, when light hits it a certain way. Um, and yeah, I can notice some on the sides, and some's growing here, and a lot on my chin, and got a little stash coming in. I have body hair, a lot of body hair growing in as well. I'm noticing a lot on my upper legs, on my thighs, um, lower legs as well, growing a lot. Um, and my upper and lower arms and my stomach, I'm getting a happy trail, and I'm growing a bit on my chest. Obviously, my voice has changed, um, and I think my facial shape is changing. I can't really see it myself, but other friends have noticed it, and they do comment on it, and they mentioned that it looks like at 2 weeks they mentioned that my face had looked different. Um, I think I'm having a little bit of bottom growth, but I don't really check that much. I don't really like to check, um, and I'm getting some acne. I used to get like a small amount when I was like 15 or 16, like not a lot, nothing crazy, but I am getting some around here and up around here, which is where I used to have acne when I was a teenager. I'm 21 at the moment, for reference. Um, and general life update, uh, or I guess this is transition related, but I do want top surgery, but I I don't have the money basically, so it's so far in the future and just basically out of the question for me to get it anytime soon. I don't have the money, and I don't know any top surgeons around me or in my state. Not sure if I would trust any, um, because I don't know how many people have gone to those top surgeons and how I would, I guess, research their results. Um, and okay, this is a general life update. I just have a part-time job. I don't work a lot of hours. It's um, a little above minimum wage where I am. I think I'm getting paid 8 or 8.50, and it's kind of a shit. No, it's not a shit job, but the people that run it are kind of irresponsible, and so I asked at some point about like a pay stub, and how can I find out how much I'm getting paid, if I'm getting paid correctly, and um, I've not gotten a response or any information of how to find that out. But I'm working on getting a second job. I applied for a job that my friend works at. I haven't heard anything back. I'm still waiting, but I'm probably going to be applying for something else because I'm running out of money, mostly because of blood work for hormones. Insurance. I'm on my mom's insurance. I still live with my parents, but a lot of that insurance covers a lot of blood work. Um, and yeah, I still do live with my parents, and but I do want to move out. Um, yeah, I can't really move out with two part-time minimum wage jobs. And so at the moment, my parents are trying to help me with basically getting on with my life, getting my own life together, moving out and everything. I personally feel too inadequate to get a job that isn't a retail or food service job at minimum wage. Friends and my therapist and my parents think differently. Um, and so my parents want me to try employment agencies where I'm not really sure how it works. I have to research it, but they would help me find an actual decent job that pays much more than minimum wage, and I would have full-time hours, which I do want. Um, and I would be most likely, hopefully, moving out once I get enough money from that new job, and I would have enough money to sustain myself from that new job. And yeah, they want me to move out. I've said that already. But for school, um, I I don't have the money or the scholarships. I want to try to avoid student loans, and probably not going to be able to. I would prefer to avoid student loans, though. My parents want me to go to a trade school, and get a decent, much more decent, income and stable job that, I would be more, I guess, marketable to the job market. Um, and eventually I will go back to university. I'm not sure if I would be slowly paying for classes until I get my GPA back up, because it went down a lot before I dropped out. And I also would have to figure out what I want to major in. I really don't know, but I do want to go back to school. Either I pay for classes over time, get my GPA up, and possibly get scholarships. I'm not sure. Or I can get student loans. um, and for moving out, I do want a roommate because it's just easier to help pay for the apartment. And I asked my friend at the job that I recently applied for, if she would be open to moving in with me, and she seemed open to it. And it's just easier to move in with someone that you already know and that you trust, instead of trying to go through a bunch of roommates and them possibly not holding up their end of rent. Um, and I've got to research a lot about everything that involves living on your own, with apartment, utilities, and the rent itself, and um, like groceries, and of course paying for my hormones, and things. And other than that, like things that I would want, like going to a store and just buying something that I want. Um, other than that, other than work, needing to move out, needing a new job, getting on with my life, hanging out with friends, and transitioning, I've been playing Detroit Become Human. I'm very obsessed with the game, and I might make a whole nother video explaining how I guess, discovered the game and started playing it. Yeah, I don't want to go on too much, but basically I've been playing it religiously, for about a month now. Um, yeah, I guess that's it. I'm almost 3 months on testosterone. Next Tuesday, today's Friday. Next Tuesday, I will be 3 months on testosterone. So, this is my voice almost 3 months on testosterone. Okay, I guess that's it for this video. I don't want to go on too long because I tend to ramble. Yeah, I'm just going to end it. Bye.